Internet connections. I made this video almost a year ago, and actually it's over a year ago now, and I mentioned something about a T5 internet connection and created a huge controversy over people who knew that it wasn't true. And as I mentioned in a previous video, one actually prior to this video, I did find out that that is incorrect information, and I did pull the video just as soon as I found that out. But in the video, I also said I don't see a need to remake the video anytime soon. But here I am, and I have nothing else better to do, so let's remake the video, right? Internet connections. Everyone has an internet connection, and if you're watching this video, you most likely have an internet connection, unless you've somehow figured out how to get YouTube on your television. Please IM me and let me know. Oh, you don't have internet. Please mail me and let me know. Still on snail mail. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. So, like I said, everyone has an internet connection, and it's just what kind of internet connection can you have? Do you have? Now, like me, I have a cable internet connection. I use cable to connect to the internet, and there are many different types of internet connections wherever you live. Now, some people cannot get certain internet connections, like cable or DSL are not available in certain areas. So it's what do you choose beyond that point? Now, in my opinion, DSL, I've heard DSL is better than cable because it has less of a latency. But in my experience, I have not found DSL to be any better. In my area, the highest speed offered for DSL is 3 megabits per second. Now, there's a big difference in megabits and megabytes. I was also called out on that one as well. So make sure, you know, every internet company is offering a megabit per second, not a megabyte, just so you know. So 3 megabits per second with a 768 kilobit per second upload. Whereas my cable right now runs 30 megabits download, sometimes 35, depends on how good the day is, and 2 megabits upload. Now the only thing is I've never seen it go above 2 megabits. It's, you know, it's went to 1.5 megabits, but I'm paying for 2, so go figure. But if you can't get either one of those, what do you choose? You know, none of us want dial-up. If you're watching this video, you're not watching this video on dial-up because dial-up will not work, especially being I do all my videos in HD now. But there's not a large selection of other providers' options wherever you may live that may not be available. If you have cellular service in your area, you qualify for mobile broadband. Now, so far today, the biggest company out there that offers high-speed internet everywhere is Verizon Wireless. Now, if you don't have Verizon Wireless coverage in your home, then you're not going to be able to qualify for this. But my experience with Verizon Wireless mobile broadband was a little bit less than perfect. I mean, the speeds were great. There were times where it would kick off of high speed and go back down to low speed, which I didn't like. But for the most part, it worked. When I received a $700 bill in the mail, that is the breaker point for me, and that's when I left them. Now, currently, I carry an iPhone, a smartphone, I guess if you want to call it that. Now, currently, the iPhone doesn't offer any kind of tethering or internet services for your computer, but it does have pretty good internet services on the phone itself. Now, AT&T claims to be the fastest 3G network. Now, you know, I don't know. I haven't compared it. On my BlackBerry, I got some crazy speed tests, but I found out the BlackBerry goes through a proxy, which causes the speed test to be inaccurate. So, couldn't really tell you. Couldn't tell you if they're faster. So mobile broadband is an option. If you do have cellular service, you have to have cellular service. Now AT&T now offers a thing where you can plug it into your home internet connection and have cellular service, like your own tower in your home if you don't have cellular service. But you have to have high-speed internet in order to get that. So your next option, which I would not recommend for a cellular service provider, but is satellite. I don't recommend this to anybody. I had satellite for about 4 or 5 months, give or take. Before that, I had it for about 6 months. Whenever it was direct way, I had it for 6 months. It moved to HughesNet. I had it for about 5 months. I dropped my services with HughesNet. There was no way I would ever go back to them. Their traffic limits and just their overall BS is it's unbelievable. I wouldn't do that. If you're a occasional internet user where you maybe check your email, you might watch 2 or 3 YouTube videos because you're of course watching this one, and maybe you go check eBay every now and then. That would be perfect for you. But if you're going to do anything more than that, maybe whatever it is I do, I don't know what I do. I upload videos. I play a few online games. Online games, count that out. Does not work on HughesNet. You know, you have a 250 megabyte cap. If you go over that megabyte cap, don't even start. It's slower than dial-up. The other option, of course, is your own T1 or T3 line. I wouldn't recommend that either because they're just extremely expensive. And unless you're, you know, like me and you just have to have internet, you know, it may be cheaper to move. Just quite frankly, it may be a lot cheaper to move. For me, living in a remote area, I was about 3 miles away from the local DSL range. I was 3 miles out of range. So, you know, it wasn't far out, but it was out. There was no cellular service. The only option I had was a T1 or satellite, and I had satellite. You know how that went. A T1 would have costed me $500 installation with another $500 whatever we won't charge. No idea what that was. And then about $500 a month. I couldn't do $500 a month for 1.5 megs a second. Now, granted, that was 1.5 megs a second up and down, and that's dedicated for 20 computers. You get that full speed for 20 computers. Now you go beyond 20 computers and you don't get that speed. That was what they said. Let me put this back. That's what they told me at WorldLink. I did check it with Verizon. Verizon said it was that. I don't know. I'm going by what Verizon and WorldLink have told me. From this point, because I don't know anything about T1 or T3. A T3 is slightly faster. I think it can do 45 megs a second. I don't know what the upload is capable of. It's around $3,500 a month, and I think its installation was around $2,500. So that's crazy. I would not even recommend that. It's definitely going to be cheaper to move. Go with cable. You get some serious speed. Sometimes it lags out. Sometimes you get a little bit of problems with other people using the internet around you, you know. But in the long run, it's the best. Unless my last and final internet provider company option, the best one out today, in my opinion, fiber optics. I can't get fiber optics where I live. Those are really, really limited to where they are. If you can get fiber optics, don't try anything else. Go straight with fiber. Fiber optics are capable of pulling 100 megabit per second download. But currently, I think the biggest plan offered by Verizon is 50 megabit per second. I don't know exactly what the upload is, but I know the download is 50 megabit. If I had the option to go fiber optics, I would drop my cable in half a second and go. Because, in my opinion, fiber optics are the best out today. Anyways, I wanted to remake this video because a year ago I did screw up and say something about a T5 line, according to what WorldLink had told me over a year ago. Yeah, that was wrong. I was wrong. I made a video about that, me being wrong. It was actually the video before this video, as I said in the front of the video. And this is the updated version. This is a year later, and the internet connections that I've talked about today, I'm pretty sure all exist. They may not be in your area, but it's all just a phone call away. Call your local cable or telephone provider, And if you can't get either one of those, your telephone provider actually should be able to connect you up with a T1. Now, as for satellite, you got to call HughesNet. I definitely wouldn't recommend that. Just straight up, don't even do it. And fiber optics are provided by your local phone company as well. So, I leave you there. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. Go to my website, snafi.net. I have a contact form there where you can actually send me an email, whatever you want, really. I'll be on YouTube. See you guys later.